Hello. I am currently sat in what was my old studio space, but is now John's workspace up in the attic in our house. And I just wanted to kind of introduce the following bits of video footage, which are, I guess, the conclusion in some ways of doing up the studio. Like my son asked me the other day, Mama, why do you even have a studio? You could do your artwork at home. All I see you do is decorating the studio. And so I then explained to him a bit about how part of my work as an artist is spaces, styling spaces, and that's just as important a part of work as my writing and my painting, which I think he found quite interesting because he really enjoys making spaces beautiful, especially for other people. So it was a nice conversation to have. But yes, we have kind of got to a point now where the last 2 or 3 weeks has just been a bit of a big push on getting the studio to a point where I can use it as a styling space, and it feels like mine, and since taking it on myself, which I guess was only like 3 weeks ago. I now feel like the whole space is mine. It feels tied together, and that feels really lovely. So yeah, apart from like a little bit, which I'll show you, that I might paint on the ceiling white, it feels pretty good. And John's been a huge part of helping me do that and get to that point where it feels like a lovely canvas that can just work as it is, but then also be built on. And I had a photographer come in this week for a possible project that might not go ahead. But it was really lovely seeing her and the art director's reaction, response as they came into the space. That was very affirming. And then I've got my first in-person workshop on Saturday for table styling in the space. So that again will be really lovely to welcome in the 6 lovely people and to host them there and see how it works with people in the space. That would be really interesting. So yeah, it feels lovely, and it just feels really lovely to be in there. I was sat just typing something the other day, and I felt like, I don't know how else to put it other than that I felt like I was dancing with myself in this space. And I wasn't physically dancing, but to be surrounded in that way by things where it's purely creative. There is function, of course, there's function in there in materials, and the things have purpose, but it's purely creative purpose essentially, and that feels nourishing. It feels nourishing and nurturing on a soul level, and it's really special. And I wish I could give every person a space purely dedicated to creativity, because there's something really quite different about having a door that you can close on a space where you go and get to dance with yourself, with your soul, with your thoughts, with your heart. So yeah, that's been really, really lovely. So I will show you just a few videos of how we've got on this week. The light's been really gloomy, so they're not very bright, but you can kind of get a sense of it, and I'm looking forward to a sunny day where I can take a few more photos and a few more videos, but we're pretty much there. So this is kind of the last roundup really of studio styling and updating, so let me know what you think of it. So here we are, John and I think about 10 days ago in the studio. He came in with me, and we brought the easel that his dad has given me, which he's had I think for a very long time, and was ridiculously complicated to assemble, but it's very lovely. And I've never used an easel before, and I've never painted on canvas. And in the same week that he brought up the easel for me, I found 3 canvases in the charity shop for like £2 each. They have some rough paintings on them, but I'm going to paint over them. So that's my project for the new year, which I'm really looking forward to. I've always worked on paper, on small pieces of paper. That's just naturally kind of what I gravitate towards. So it's slightly daunting, the idea of working on a canvas at an easel, but I'm also incredibly excited to do so. And we also, funnily enough, bought an easel for my youngest 7th birthday. So we might be side by side with our easels in our berets very soon. So yeah, it was just really useful having John coming in, and kind of just having somebody else's perspective really, really helps. And we had bought some dust sheets online because we tried using fabric that I already had to hang on the ceiling, but none of it, because they were all kind of odd shapes, it just made it really difficult to calculate and to keep it even how we were going to do it. So we managed to find dust sheets, which was actually somebody's recommendation in the comments. Thank you so much. It was last week, I think, or the last video that I shared. Thank you so much for that idea, because that's exactly what I did, and it was really inexpensive and just a very easy way of finding similar size pieces of fabric that I knew that I could figure out how to hang on the ceiling. So that's what we did today. When John came in, we moved the stuff around, we borrowed the enormous ladder from down the hallway and started hanging up the dust sheets. And they're kind of off-white. They're kind of like natural undyed rough cotton sheets, which I really like. I much prefer that to the brilliant white, so kind of almost like sack material. So that worked really well. And we've covered most of the ceiling. You'll see it in a little bit, but there's still a part to the right actually where there's the eaves that I think I will need to paint them white at some point. I don't want to cover them up. I really like the shape of them. So there you can see nearer to the window, those bits there. I'm going to paint those white at some point, maybe in the spring. I'll just get a really long roller. But we did these bits with the dust sheets. I think was it about 20 quid for 2 sheets, I think, possibly. And we used a staple gun and a big ladder, and that was basically it. And it just means that it covers up that horrible mustard yellow, it covers up the strip lights, which I never have on anyway, and I just don't want to have to see them either. I feel physically allergic to overhead lights, and that's one of the things I need to carry on working on with the studio actually, is getting more corner lights, because as winter comes along, of course, it just needs to kind of warm up the space a little bit, make it less gloomy, because at the moment I've got one spotlight for working at my desk and that's it. So lighting is the next thing, but for now, in natural light, I'm so much happier with this. And it was just so lovely. Like, there's something about hanging fabric that is just so dramatic. Maybe it's because I spent a long time working in theatres, I don't know, but I just feel so at home. And it made me want to watch Moulin Rouge again, which I promptly did, because of that just kind of like dramatic luxe ambience that draped fabric creates. It's just so lovely and so romantic. So yeah, you can see the canvases there actually. They're a good size, the ones that I found. I'm really pleased about them. So yeah, I just kind of then spent a few hours in the studio on my own, just kind of arranging things, and I've got to figure out this week how to place the tables for the workshop that we're going to do on Saturday, so there's enough space for people to move around, but enough surface space to people to actually do the workshop on. I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to it actually, and just welcoming people in, because I feel like it's something about this space that I really want to be able to share it with people, and host people in it, because it's like going into kind of a space that is purely dedicated to creativity. I think it can bring out really quite special things in people, and I'm really looking forward to being able to support that, I suppose. But yeah, I carried on with the basket theme that I started in that corner, which I started off mainly to cover the plastic casing that goes over the electric wires, which is so ugly. And I just thought, okay, I'll just hang all of those baskets up there. And then I've got several other baskets that I like having, to hand, but I just thought I need to carry on. So I'll show you this shortly, but I've hung them up on the beams above And I guess it's quite kind of French brocante in some ways, which would make sense because so much of my stuff is in that style and kind of does actually come from French junk shops and flea markets. But yeah, whenever I step in here, even when it feels slightly chaotic, it also feels like a sigh of relief. Like I feel like I know exactly where I am and that everything feels peaceful and okay. I don't know. I feel like I need to write more about it because it's quite an interesting experience creating a space purely for yourself. No other purpose, does not need to serve anybody else unless you want to. There's something really very, very magical about it. And I'm growing more used to the rugs. I was feeling a little bit kind of unsure about them because they're modern reproductions, that style of rugs. But as I thought would happen, the more they get trudged and the more they get used and covered in flower petals and what have you, because I don't have a hoover, they are settling in and just feeling more and more natural, and just organically kind of part of each other, really. So yeah, it's been really lovely. And now, because I've also been styling the house, because as I mentioned, a photographer came to shoot the studio and they also came to shoot the house. I was saying to my mum that when I am often styling, I can hear her voice in my head, and she lives in Cambodia at the moment, so I can't always call her up to ask her, but I can hear her guiding me so clearly. She taught me so much as I was growing up and since. And there's a lot of stuff in the studio and in the house the last couple of weeks where I've just heard my mum going, nope, that's not right, or that needs to go up higher, or it's so interesting. And she did exactly that with one of the cupboards in the kitchen this week. I just knew that it wasn't right, and I sent her a message and she was like, yeah, you need to do X, Y, Z. And I was like, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I just kind of needed the confirmation from her. It's funny, isn't it, how we channel other people's influences. It's beautiful. It's beautiful that we carry that with us, I think. So yeah, this is what it's looking like, really. The table in the middle is just great for packing, for working at, for having a lunch break at. And this is the ceiling. There's a bit at the end where there's no fabric, but that's where the smoke alarm is. So I really, need to be really careful about that. I'd hung some dried flowers up there and then I've added baskets onto them since. But I really like the effect. As I said, it's been really gloomy this week, so it just kind of looks a bit dull and a bit flat. But when the light hits, yeah, those bits are going to be white. And then I might carry on onto the other side and just do those end bits white, actually, now that I'm looking at it, because that yellow is just awful. It needs to go. So yes, these are all the baskets. These are the baskets that I've had knocking around that just have things in them. I was like, you know what? They need their time to shine. They need to be honoured. So I think I had a fever when I was doing this, actually. I got the ladder with my fever and just banged a load of nails into the beam at the top and hung the baskets up with the flowers. I should probably get a shot, actually, up the ladder so you can see them a bit more closely. They're all pieces that I've just found in charity shops, really, and that my mum's found for me as well, with dried flowers from my mother-in-law's garden. Yeah, so it's feeling lovely, really. It's feeling really lovely. And then about a week ago, I finally released my autumn sale of paintings, collection of paper fruits, and the sale went really well, and it was really lovely to put those pieces out there, the collection that I'd done in the new space, and they felt like they had a different energy to them. You might be able to hear my kids upstairs coughing. Everyone's a bit poorly at the moment. But yeah, it was really lovely. And so I just spent the morning on Friday packing and writing thank you notes and gathering all of those together. There will still be a few pieces available at Gallery White Box in London, and there's a couple on my website as well. But for now, it's kind of taking me to the end of the year, and I'll be painting again in the new year, a new collection of paper fruits. But yeah, I've only got a few weeks left in the studio because we're going to be going away in December. I'll tell you more about it next week. So I'm going to make the most of all the time that I have in it and really, really relish it and enjoy it, because I feel so fortunate to have this beautiful space with lovely light and all the music of the world at my fingertips via the internet. Little things like this feel absolutely huge. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll show you any other tweaks that I make, but for now it looks like this is about where I'm up to. Okay, take care, bye.